Today, I'm going to tell you a magical Christmas story about a little girl named Millie, a surprise trip, and a very special coin. Millie, her aunt, and her uncle went on a special trip together one chilly day. Their first stop was Donna Nook, a place famous for its wildlife. As soon as they arrived, Millie's eyes widened. There were seals everywhere. They rested on the beach, swam in the water, and lifted their heads to look around. Some even made funny noises that made Millie laugh. "Look how many there are," Millie said excitedly. Her uncle smiled. "This is one of the best places to see seals," he said. Millie waved at them as if they could wave back. After a while, as they stood watching the seals together, her aunt leaned down and said softly, "Millie, I've got a surprise for you." Millie turned around quickly. "A surprise? What is it?" Her aunt smiled but didn't answer straight away. "We're going somewhere special." Millie thought for a moment. "Where?" Her aunt said, "We're going to a farm." Millie pulled a face. "A farm? I don't want to go to a farm. Farms are smelly." Her uncle laughed and jingled the car keys. "Not all farms are smelly," he said. "And this one is very special." Her aunt nodded. "You're going to like this farm," she promised. Millie wasn't sure, but she followed them back to the car anyway. Her uncle drove as they left Donna Nook behind, heading down quiet country roads surrounded by fields and hedges. Millie watched the scenery go past, wondering what kind of farm they were going to. When they arrived, Millie jumped out of the car and noticed puddles all along the path leading toward the farm. She couldn't resist. Splash, then another splash. She jumped into one puddle after another, laughing loudly. Suddenly, splush. One puddle was much deeper than the rest, and when Millie jumped into it, the water soaked her clothes all the way up to her waist. "Oh no," her aunt said, checking the time. "We don't have time to change." Her uncle looked down at Millie and smiled gently. "It'll be all right," he said. "Let's keep going." Millie giggled. "I feel squishy," she said. They walked toward a small wooden cabin at the edge of the farm and knocked on the door. The door slowly opened, and standing there, smiling warmly, was Santa Claus. Millie gasped. Santa chuckled softly. "Well now," he said, "what a lovely surprise." Her aunt whispered, "Millie, don't sit too close. Your clothes are still wet." Santa nodded kindly. "That's quite all right. We can still have a nice chat." Santa bent down to Millie's level. "Tell me," he asked, "have you been a good girl this year?" Millie nodded straight away. "Yes, I have. And what would you like for Christmas?" Santa asked. They talked together for a while, and Millie told him all about her year. Before she left, Santa reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, glowing coin. He placed it gently into Millie's hand. "Hold on to this magical coin," Santa said. "You're going to need it. It will help you receive a very special gift." "Thank you, Santa," Millie said quietly. They waved goodbye and followed a path toward another building nearby, Santa's workshop. Inside, shelves were stacked high with presents, and elves hurried about happily. One elf spotted Millie and smiled. "Hello there," the elf said. "How can I help you today?" "Santa sent me," Millie replied. The elf's eyes sparkled. "Did he give you a magical coin?" Millie nodded and held it out. "That coin tells us if you've been good or bad," the elf explained. "Hold it between your hands, rub it, and blow on it as hard as you can." Millie did exactly that. "Now tap the coin on a magical box 3 times, the elf said. "Tap, tap, tap." They waited. Her aunt held her breath. Her uncle crossed his fingers. Then ding, a tiny bell rang. The elf clapped. "That means you've been very good." Millie smiled proudly. She placed the coin into the box and chose a present from the shelves. But the adventure wasn't over yet. Millie met Mrs. Claus and helped her bake warm Christmas cookies. She met another elf who helped her create a magical wish ball using sparkly dust, magical flakes, and a little piece of paper where Millie wrote her wish. Later, Millie sat at a small desk to write her letter to Santa. "You can send it 2 ways, an elf explained. "Through the post box or with the pigeons." "The pigeons," Millie said excitedly. "Don't forget to fold it," the elf reminded her. "So no one copies my wish," Millie said seriously. She folded the letter carefully and placed it into the pigeon carrier, watching as the pigeons flew off to deliver it to Santa. As they walked back to the car, Millie hugged her present tightly. Her uncle opened the door and smiled. "Well," he asked, "what was your favorite part?" Millie thought for a moment. "Donna Nook, the puddles, and Santa," she said, "but mostly the magic." And as they drove home, Millie knew she would never forget the day she went to see the seals at Donna Nook and somehow ended up in Santa's magical world.